What's good, y'all? My boy. It's your boy, 6-0. And I was gonna say back, but this the first video. But we finna be reacting to Scottie Barnes and Barrett beef. Didn't know they had beef. I'm trying to find the correlation, but I don't know. But links to all my pages will be down below. Let's get it.
5 years before they became teammates in Toronto, RJ Barrett and Scottie Barnes were two
Oh,
of the
wait, they are teammates right now.
most decorated high school basketball players of all time.
He went to Mount Barrett.
RJ played his final high school game ever.
Shout out Scottie Barnes, man, because like, what, 4 or 5 years ago? Had to be around that time. I had posted this like fan art thing, and he had liked this, so shout out.
Against Scottie Barnes, and the results were not what you might expect.
I don't even think it was a fan.
Let's paint a pic.
I think it was just like one of his highlights or a dunk or something, and I was like, he liked that, and he liked this. So
This is RJ Barrett, the Maple Mamba, a Canadian superhero who was a senior at Montverde, committed to playing at Duke, son of Canadian basketball royalty Rowan Barrett, the American Family Insurance All-USA Player of the Year, Naismith Player of the Year, Gatorade Player of the Year, and Morgan Wootten Player of the Year. He had a big resume. He was the #1 ranked player in the nation, playing for the #1 ranked team in the nation.
what happened? Nah, he's still nice, but it's just he on some Aaron. What's his name? Andrew Wiggins. Golden State buddy. He on that type of time.
By a talented backcourt duo of Michael DeVoe and Andrew Nembhard. RJ's Montverde team was stacked from top to bottom. Head coach Kevin Boyle, who coached the Eagles with players such as Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, opined at the time that the 17-18 Montverde Eagles might be his most talented team ever. On the other hand, you had Scottie Barnes and Vernon Carey leading the university school.
I remember Vernon Carey. I think he played for, I don't know. Do he play for North Carolina? Heck no. I forgot where I seen him at. He's not even in college no more, because I think I seen him in like the
team,
G
which
League
had started out the season unranked, but had risen to third throughout a dominant campaign by
he
Barnes
had to be in
and
the
Carey.
G League.
Scottie's Sharks had beaten the #2 ranked Oak Hill, while Barrett's Eagles had bested Findlay Prep to set up an all-Florida national championship. If
Wait, he ain't go to see her in Kenya?
people didn't know who Scottie was at the start of the year, they were certainly about to find out. First, a quick word from our sponsor, the Pendance Film Festival.
Sorry. I'm not your sponsor.
He signed with Duke, and he's with Tara Petrolino right now.
Look at this man picture, bro. I can't even zoom in.
Here we are with University's Vernon Carey Jr. and Vernon.
Tough.
Not many people expected University to be here. What does this moment feel like for you?
We're just taking it all in. We're just trying to finish it.
A monster and has been here.
Didn't I say North Carolina? I knew I wasn't tripping. Oh no, that just say center.
All in. We're just trying to finish it.
A monster and has been here at the Geico Nationals.
Montverde unbeaten on the season, wearing the gray. University school game the last 2 years.
6'7" with great length. The ability to push, and his greatest asset, to deliver the rock.
By halftime, an Andrew Nembhard layup pushed it to 35-26.
Andrew Nembhard, bro, this team was stacked. Oh my gosh.
Halftime with
Ain't that buddy that's on the Pacers?
not pretty. Barnes started out the third quarter by hitting a corner three. As Raptor fans know today, Scottie Barnes is known for dominant second halves, and he was not about to let his team lose.
Good form.
On the next play, just seconds later, Barrett showed some stage presence hitting a three of his own. Not to be bested, the duel was on. Barnes went down the other way to hit a layup. Unfortunately for him, he came down awkwardly on a teammate's foot. Ever the warrior, he stayed in the game. He didn't quit, but with Barnes now favoring his ankle
Mamba mentality.
and the score 31-38, the Eagles sensed blood. Closing out the third quarter, the score had ballooned to 41-59 before Scottie drew a triple team and found Vernon Carey open for a three. The fourth quarter was more of the same, but Scottie did not go down without getting a technical and some few choice words in for Barrett.
Whether he's 4 for 10 or 9 for 10. Whether his team has a lead or they're behind. and he has that special trait to give it his all the
Them boy got the last name in high school. Too much money. No, I'm playing. But I don't know. What did he do? What did RJ Barrett do?
time. Sounds simple,
Was he dropping buckets and he got mad?
but I don't see a lot of guys that play hard every game, every possession.
Don't get me wrong, I mess with Scottie.
The Maple Mamba ended his high school basketball career with a national championship, completing a resume which already included a gold medal with Canada for the U17 FIBA Championships. The commentators, who were clearly familiar with both players, spent most of
He do got a resume now.
the fourth
I
quarter
ain't gonna lie.
commending Scottie's effort in the loss, painting a very bright picture of his future. Barrett was the better player on the better team that day, and before Zion Williamson and Ja Morant blew up, he was the projected #1 pick in the following year's draft. And ironically, it was Scottie Barnes himself who transferred to Montverde to effectively replace RJ's vacant spot in the front court with Cade Cunningham to form what many call the greatest high school basketball.
Ain't no way he just did that in a game. But nah, Scottie, he was ahead of his time. Did that make sense? No. But like, he was a grown man in high school.
Montverde to effectively replace RJ's vacant spot in the front court with Cade Cunningham to form what many call the greatest high school.
What you supposed to do? Like, look at Buddy's face.
RJ's vacant spot in the front court with Cade
Look at this dude face right here. Or right here. One of them.
Cunningham
Nah, it was right here. Look at this man.
to form what many call the greatest high school basketball team of all time. Barnes and Barrett have
I'm not running all the way up if he stare at me. Like, I'm going back the other way.
complicated history. They would both go on to have impressive collegiate careers, and both would go on to become top 5 picks in the NBA. Barnes going 4th to the Raptors and RJ going 3rd to the Knicks. Over the years, they've spent time guarding each other, and RJ even had this huge buzzer-beating dunk over Scottie Barnes less than a year ago to send the Knicks to overtime. Just a year later, they're teammates for RJ's hometown Toronto Raptors, after the Raptors traded Scottie's best friend on the team, OG Anunoby. Scottie, for his part, doesn't completely seem to be over it.
No, I think that defense that he plays is something like I had a similar teammate that had the same type of defense. Those guys, they're unselfish.
What he say?
Doesn't completely seem to be over it.
No, I think that defense that he plays is something like I had a similar teammate that had the same type of defense. Those guys, they're unselfish.
Did you just call OG and RJ Barrett the same defensive player? I don't watch neither, so I don't know.
They're playing hard each and every single game, locking into our game plans. They're helping out really well. Those guys can score the ball really well. They're playing great on defensive end, and we're against them.
Oh, this is new.
Flow really well.
Iron sharpens iron. 2 former McDonald's All-Americans, gold medalists, prep school legends, both of whom have taken their share of media backlash. Both have had highs and lows. RJ
Watch Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham get on the same team. Then another video like this gonna happen.
Barrett was seen by many Knicks fans as a bust, and Scottie Barnes, after winning Rookie of the Year and becoming a media darling, spent most of the 2022-2023 season becoming the media's whipping boy for a disappointing season north of the border. RJ and Scottie still have bright futures and a lot.
Whipping boy. I don't like how that sounded. Whipping boy.
2022-2023 season becoming the media's whipping boy for a disappointing season north of the border. RJ and Scottie still have bright futures and a lot to prove
There's so many other things he could have said.
in the NBA. And alongside 24-year-old sharpshooter Emmanuel Quickley, the trio could become the building blocks for the Raptors' next championship, sparking We the North, Part 2.
What was part 1? But that's the end of that, man. Like I said, everything gonna be linked down below. And yeah, I'm glad I got this first one out the way. But yeah.